Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy. Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service. But more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
We welcome you back to Boshamer Gymnasium for the first time here in a little while. The last time we were here was late January against Southern Virginia. Now today, Brevard on a Monday afternoon will face off with the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels here live on YouTube. Ryan Wilkes taking you through all your coverage here this afternoon as Brevard looks to win its third consecutive game after dropping that game to Southern Virginia. The Tornadoes have since defeated Salem College and Methodist, both on the road, and now return home to take on a Mary Baldwin team that had dominated the first time on the road, 87-37. Looking to replicate that result today, but trying to build some energy here on a Monday afternoon right after Super Bowl Sunday. The Tornadoes look to improve to 17-4 on the season. Mary Baldwin coming in 3-17, 2-12 in the USA South. But two high-scoring guards, Lane Bethel and Divine Johnson, both averaging over 10 points a game. Divine Johnson averaging 12.8, and Laney Bethel averaging a team-high 14 points per game. As those two look to lead the charge here today for Mary Baldwin, trying to play spoiler on the road against this Brevard College Tornadoes team. We'll take a quick break. On the other side, we'll have starting lineups following the national anthem right here live on YouTube.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Back here at the Bosch, getting ready for tip-off here between Brevard and Mary Baldwin on a Monday afternoon, 2 o'clock tip set to get underway here in the Boshamer Gymnasium as we look at the starting lineup for Mary Baldwin. Number 1, Malia Bullock getting the start. Number 3, Taylor Urick. Number 10, Laney Bethel. Number 12, Divine Johnson. Those are the two to watch out for today for this Mary Baldwin team. And number 22, Shyla Williams. Couple freshmen in the starting lineup. Bethel, a freshman, leading this team in scoring. Actually, a handful of freshmen as Williams, Bethel, and Urick all freshmen. Bullock and Johnson, the upperclassman. Johnson, a senior, standing 5'8", the senior guard, who is averaging almost 13 points a game this season. Now the Tornadoes starting lineup. It's Jada Petty-Wilkins, Annalie Morris, Christina Roan in the starting lineup. She's been a player that's come off the bench for most of the season. She's starting her third game here today. Caden Johnson in the starting lineup, as well as Olivia Miller, which means Alacia Hill will come off the bench today for the Tornadoes. Annalie Morris, last time out at Methodist over the weekend, reset her career high, had a career high 28 points. And talking to Coach Hudd before the game, he said he thinks she'll reset that career high one more, if not two more times during her college career. And really emphasize how she gets it done at all three levels. Also playing really good defense lately as the Tornadoes and the Fighting Squirrels ready to tip off here in the Bosch. Brevard in the home white uniforms, the blue letters and numbers across the front and back. Mary Baldwin on the road, gray uniforms with the yellow and white MBU across the front of the uniform and yellow numbers outlined by white on the front and the back, as the Tornadoes and the Fighting Squirrels will tip off with Williams meeting Miller at midcourt. And we'll get this one underway. 2:04 p.m. first tip. As it's tipped back to Roan, she'll bring it left to right for the Tornadoes here to open the first quarter. Roan on the right wing, defended by Malia Bullock. Gets a screen and tries to feed it inside to Johnson. It's tapped away by Williams, and it finds Bullock. Good defense from the Fighting Squirrels on the first possession. As Bethel has it, she tries a three, back rim, no good. Long rebound, found Urich. Now a foul called on her. As it was tipped away, she picks up her first as Morris takes a spill. And it will go back to the Tornadoes. So turnover and a foul in the first two possessions of this game, as Roan will bring it across the timeline left to right for the Tornadoes, defended by Bullock. Now top of the key, it's Miller. She hands off to Annalie Morris. Annalie gets the screen, flips it back to Olivia, but it was behind her. It goes out of bounds. And two turnovers for the Tornadoes on the first two possessions. Coach Hutt said this game could get out to a bit of a sloppy start. Again, a bit of an unorthodox game being played today as Miller tips it away. She has a steal up the floor to Roan. One dribble, wild layup, no good. Miller second chance, flips it up, no. Third chance for Petty Wilkins. And she resets with Morris at the top. Inside Johnson, kick out Miller. She tries a mid-range jumper, and she got it. 2-0 Brevard on the first bucket of the ball game. A mid-range jumper deep in the short corner for Olivia Miller. Now the pass up the floor, tipped out to Taylor Urich, and she feeds back to the top. Now a three again for Bethel off the back rim, no good. Urich with another second chance rebound. Johnson on the far side wing. Feeds back to Bethel with 14 to shoot. Bethel crosses over on Christina Roan at the top with 10 on the timer. Feeds in the corner. Johnson, a corner three. It's good. And they're going to count it for a two, so we're tied at two apiece on a long two for Divine Johnson. Now a skip pass across the floor for Morris. She looks for Johnson. Now back to the top. Roan, a quick trigger three. Rolls out, no good. Johnson tracks down the long rebound, but she threw it away as Bethel came back to steal it from Petty Wilkins. Three turnovers in the early going for Brevard. And we're deadlocked at two apiece, just about 2 minutes in. Urich in the short corner. She's going to try a jumper. It rolls off, no. Morris had the rebound for a moment. Williams trying to track it down, but it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Mary Baldwin. As the referees discuss here, it looked like Williams was trying to save it. She was the last to touch it. And now they're going to change the call. It's Brevard basketball. I think that's the right decision, as Williams tried to save it back in bounds. Was certainly the last to touch the basketball. And it's Tornado ball with 7:55 to play here in the first quarter. Miller finds Roan. Soft pressure applied by the Fighting Squirrels. Up the floor now for Jada. Now Morris open for three. Knocks it down. Good skip pass from Jada Petty Wilkins to find Annalie Morris. She's on the board. It's 5-2 Tornadoes. Johnson defended tightly in the backcourt. Now it's Bethel. Finds Urich. Now over to Malia Bullock. Bullock in the near side corner. Steps back. Tries a mid-range jumper off the far iron. No. Morris a good block out and a rebound. One hand pass up the floor for Miller. One dribble inside. Tries a right hand leaner. Rolls off. And Johnson slaps it out of bounds. It will go back to Mary Baldwin. Off balance shot from Miller. Looked good. But it rolled off the far side iron, and Mary Baldwin will inbound. Brevard sets up a 1-3-1 pressure here with Petty Wilkins defending Bethel in the backcourt. Gets it off to Urich. Now Bullock, and the Fighting Squirrels break the pressure. And Bullock brings it to the far side wing. Top of the key, Urich skips it over to Johnson, a three, and she knocks it down. Divine Johnson matches Annalie Morris's three. And we're tied at 5. Now Morris open again on the far side wing. She'll try it. Front rim, no good. The rebound slap to Caden Johnson. One dribble, left hand off the glass, no. And Divine Johnson comes down with the rebound. 5-5 here in the early going. 6:42 and a moving clock in the first quarter. As Johnson drives on Roan, kicks to the corner for Urich, who peruses to the top of the key. Finds a cutting Bullock inside. Tries a floater. It rolls in. And the Fighting Squirrels have their first lead at 7-5. Petty Wilkins across the timeline, crosses over, lost it inside, gets it back, kicks out Miller. One more round, a three, no good. Miller gets a rebound and rolls it in, didn't touch the floor, and she ties it up at 7. Good awareness by Olivia Miller to not come down with the basketball and to just tap it back in. And it's 7 apiece. But look across the timeline, left to right for the Fighting Squirrels in the corner. It's Johnson, another three. Far side iron, no good. Miller had the rebound slapped out of her hands, but it will stay with Mary Baldwin. Alicia Hill and Malika Rankin will check in for Petty Wilkins and Christina Roan. So it's Rankin, Hill, Morris, Johnson, and Miller on the floor. For the Tornadoes, no subs yet here for Mary Baldwin. As it goes to the top for Johnson, Urick on the near side wing. The Tornadoes in the 2-3 zone. Finds Bethel, her three rolls in. Lainey Bethel from long range. She has her first points. 1 of 3 from the field. And it's 10-7 Mary Baldwin. Handoff near side for Rankin. She turns at the top, feeds Miller. Now back to the top for Caden Johnson. 15 to shoot with Morris. Thought about a three, now drives inside, tries a little push shot in the lane and gets it to go. Nice move by Annalie Morris. Passed up a good shot for a great shot. And she has 5 of the Tornadoes' 9. It's 10-9. Top of the key with Lainey Bethel, who knocked down her first three in the last possession. Now Williams tries a three. It rattles out, and Miller comes down with the rebound. Here comes Olivia moving quickly. Crosses over top of the key inside. Pump fake goes up and scores. Crafty move by Olivia Miller. She got her defender in the air, and she scoops it home for 2. The Tornadoes back in front. It's 11-10. Here's Bethel bringing it across. Kayla Jean at the scorer's table, also a sub for the Fighting Squirrels on the next whistle. Bethel crosses over. Looks for a back cut from Bullock. Now feeds out to Divine Johnson with 10 to shoot. Johnson to Bullock, and she traveled. She caught it and took a jump step and walked with the basketball as Kayla Jean will check in, as well as Reese Brock. And it looks like we'll have our under 5 media timeout. 4:34 to go, back and forth ball game so far. It's 11-10 Brevard here on a Monday afternoon in Boschmer Gymnasium. We'll be right back on the other side. Back here at the Bosch, it's Tornado basketball as Alicia Hill brings it across and bounces it near side from Malika Rankin as Jean has it top of the key, feeds inside Miller, has it tapped away, picks up her dribble with 17 on the timer, feeds Morris on the far side wing. Morris drives, kicks Rankin, a near wing three, back rim no good, but Jean skies for the rebound. Top of the key, Annalie Morris, defended by Johnson. She drives inside, some contact, throws it up, no good off the back of the rim. But she'll go to the free throw line on the blocking foul from Reese Brock. And 2 free throws coming up for Annalie Morris. Morris, after career high 28, has been active so far today. She's 2 of 3 from the field with 5 points. Miller leads away so far with 6 as Morris puts home the first free throw. It's been the Annalie Morris and Olivia Miller show so far. Those two have combined for all 12 points. They have 6 apiece. Morris looks to make it 7 at the charity stripe. Morris, a great year for her so far. Started all 20 games, now 21 as the second one rolls off, no good. And Williams comes down with the rebound. 2-point lead for the Tornadoes. Some contact here at midcourt with Lainey Bethel. Good defense by Rankin. Bethel crosses over, drives, throws it up with the right hand. No good. And Morris comes down with the rebound. Morris, a one-hand pass up the floor for Rankin. She crosses over, feeds inside Jean. Back out Morris, top of the key, open three. It's short. But Miller saves it back in with one hand. Hill gave chase, and she keeps it in bounds. Jean doubled in the corner. She's fouled. And great effort on this possession by the Tornadoes. Miller saved it in with one hand. Hill saved it. And the Tornadoes will reset as Madison Neubauer checks in. And Shyla Williams heads to the bench. So Brock and Neubauer, the first two off the bench here for Mary Baldwin, as Bethel, Bullock, and Johnson remain on the floor. Hill flips it into Kayla Jean. Hand off to Annalie Morris. Now inside, Miller wide open. A layup is good. Annalie Morris, great pass there to find Miller, who now has a team high and game high 8 points. Johnson crosses over, working on Annalie Morris. Gets past her, drives inside on Miller, throws it up with the right hand, no good. Neubauer comes down with the rebound, and she's fouled by Malika Rankin. And Mary Baldwin will inbound on the far baseline. 3:11 to play here in the first quarter as the Fighting Squirrels go to the bench again. Karma Bryant will check in. Reese Brock heads to the bench for Mary Baldwin, and Bullock will inbound on the baseline. So Bullock, Bethel, Johnson, Neubauer, and now Bryant in the contest. As Bullock pump fakes a three, crosses over on Morris. Now peruses to the top of the key with 13 to shoot. Flips it back out for Johnson. Johnson drives, loses it, but it finds Neubauer, who throws it up, and she's fouled by Kayla Jean. It will be 2 free throws for Neubauer. And she kind of found that ball just bouncing around the lane, threw it up, and drew the contact. As Neubauer will head to the free throw line. Neubauer averaging about 16 minutes a game, misses the first free throw. She's 6 of 15, now 6 of 16 from the line on the season. Puts up the second, it rolls home. She goes 1 of 2, and it's 14-11 with under 3 to play here in the first quarter. Hill hands off to Rankin. Looking inside for Miller, trying to get position. Now she does. She's doubled, flips it out to Jean. A mid-range jumper is an air ball. And Johnson down with the opposite side rebound. Good defense there, doubling the post. Force a mid-range jumper. As Johnson has at the top of the key, gives off to Bethel. Bethel tries a three, and she's got it. Great shot from Lainey Bethel. And the Fighting Squirrels tied up at 14. 6 points for Bethel to lead the way for Mary Baldwin as Morris in the lane throws it up with the right hand and scores. Annalie Morris now with 8. Again, her and Miller, the only 2 Tornadoes to score, but both of them have 8 points. And it's 16-14. Bethel gets across the timeline, trying to draw contact on Rankin. Now the top for Bullock. Over to Neubauer. She's going to try a three, and she knocks it down. The long range working for Mary Baldwin early. The Fighting Squirrels have 4 threes here in the first quarter. 17-16, Mary Baldwin as Miller has at the top of the key. Finds inside for Morris. She turns, fires with the right hand, no good. And Bryant's down with the rebound. She flips it off to Bethel in the backcourt, who will bring it across right to left for Mary Baldwin. A screen at the top of the key, hard screen. That's going to be an offensive foul as Bryant threw the shoulder, and now Roan will check in, giving Annalie Morris a breather for the first time this afternoon. 1:26 to go, resetting the floor for the Tornadoes. It's Jean, Hill, Rankin, Miller, and Roan. And it's Bethel, Bryant, Johnson, Neubauer, and Bullock for the Mary Baldwin Fighting Squirrels. Top of the key, Kayla Jean gives it off to Laisha Hill. She's going to try a triple. Back rim, no good. And Bryant corrals a rebound. Here comes Bullock across the timeline. Feeds it off Johnson. Her three. It is no good. And Miller comes down with the rebound. Here comes Olivia pushing the ball quickly across for the Tornadoes. Finds Roan, far side wing. Her three is good. Christina Roan knocks it down. And the Tornadoes have their second triple of the game. Here comes Bullock. She crosses over on Miller. Right hand leaner in the lane. No good. And Rankin comes down with the rebound. 19-17 Tornadoes in front. As Hill flips off for Rankin, top of the key. Miller, she's going to try a three. Back rim, no good. And down with the rebound is Bethel. Here comes Laney Bethel with 30 to shoot here in the first quarter. Gives it to Johnson. Now back to the top for Bethel. About a 4-second shot clock, game clock differential here to end this first quarter. As Bullock calls out a play from the top of the key. Gets the screen, comes off of it, now floats it up inside, off the rim, no good. Neubauer, second chances, foul going up. And it will be 2 free throws again for Neubauer, who's been active off the bench. She's knocked down a 3, also had a free throw. And she'll go back to the line for her second trip.
Headline for Mary Baldwin, number 4, Madison Neubauer.
Neubauer 4 points today. And she misses the first. Neubauer scoring above her season average. Averaging just about 2 points a game. She puts up the second and goes 1 of 2 again as she gets it to drop. 19-18, Tornadoes lead, and we'll have the last possession here in the first quarter. Miller with 5, crosses over top of the key, drives inside, right hand shot rolls off. And that's how the first quarter will end. A good look for Olivia Miller. Couldn't get it to fall, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. 19-18 Brevard in a back-and-forth first quarter. Good three-point shooting for Mary Baldwin, keeping them in this one. As we head to the second quarter, 1-point lead for the Tornadoes when we come back on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Back here at the Bosch for the second quarter here between Brevard and Mary Baldwin. It will be Fighting Squirrel basketball out of the break. Kennedy Noble on the floor for the first time. It's Roan, Noble, Petty Wilkins, Johnson, and Hill for the Tornadoes. As Bethel tries the top of the key. 3 front rim, no. Great block out by Kennedy Noble on Taylor Urich, and the Tornadoes will come the other way. Top of the key, Petty Wilkins. She's going to try a quick trigger 3. High arcer, no good. And the rebound slapped out of bounds. It will stay with the Tornadoes with a fresh 20 on the timer. It's Bryant, Neubauer, Johnson, Urich, and Bethel on the floor for Mary Baldwin to start this second quarter. As Hill looks for an option on the inbound, finds Noble on the far side wing, now inside for Johnson. Johnson back to the top for Noble, now in the corner. Christina Roan pump fakes on the far side wing, kick to the corner. Hill open for 3, knocks it down. Alacia Hill from the corner, greeted by the student section. Knocks down the 3. She's the first Tornado to score here in the second quarter. 22-18 your score as Bethel defended tightly top of the key. Gives off for Johnson. Johnson drives on Noble. She is denied by Kennedy Noble. It goes out of bounds. It will stay with Mary Baldwin, but great defense there by Noble. Top of the key, it's Bethel as we're here in the second quarter. Now Johnson steps back, top of the key, tries a 3 as the timer expires, no good. And Petty Wilkins comes down with a rebound, one-hand pass up the floor looking for Noble. And it's tipped out of bounds, will stay with the Tornadoes. Now Roan in the corner with 23 on the timer, steps back. Her 3 is off the side iron, no good. And Urich will flip it up for Johnson, who brings it across for the Fighting Squirrels. 8:30 in a moving clock. Bethel top of the key. She steps back, tries another 3. Back of the iron, no good. and Johnson comes down with the rebound. Here comes Jada Petty-Wilkins, crosses over, lost in the lane, but an offensive foul now called on Jada Petty-Wilkins. As she runs over Lainey Bethel, Coach Hudson not too happy with that call, but it's going to go the other way. As Shyla Williams will check in, and Urick will inbound from Mary Baldwin. Here in the second quarter, Tornadoes lead 22-18 as Bethel brings it across to the Fighting Squirrels. Now contact with her and Roan, but she's able to keep possession. Had it tipped away, and it will stay with Mary Baldwin with 17 to shoot, as Coach Hudd still trying to get an explanation for that call inside the lane on Jada Petty-Wilkins. Williams in the corner for Johnson. Looks inside for Urick, now brings it back to the top. Tried to feed it inside, and the travel called on Johnson. And it will go back to the Tornadoes. Back in comes Malia Bullock, as she will check in for Bethel, who takes her first breather. Bethel, the leading scorer for this team, averaging 14 a game, has 6 here in the second. As Hill brings it across on the BC logo at midcourt, flips it off for Christina Roan. Now the top for Johnson, inside Jada Petty-Wilkins to the corner. Noble thought about a three, now drives in, kicks to the top. Petty-Wilkins open from the top of the key, no good. But Johnson claws a rebound down with one hand and feeds back out to Alicia Hill. Hill flips it to Petty-Wilkins. Jada crosses over inside to the corner for Noble. Now Johnson lost it up top, and Williams takes it away. But Roan stayed back defensively and takes it back for the Tornadoes in the corner. Hill, another three, no good. And Urick comes down with the rebound. A good look for Hill in the corner, same spot she knocked down her first three of the day. Can't get that one to fall. And Bullock will take it across for Mary Baldwin. Far side wing, she bounces it to the free throw line for Urick. Now a handoff back to Bullock. Off to Johnson with 9 to shoot. Johnson gets a screen, brings it to the top, one-hand pass, nobody home. It will go out of bounds and back to Brevard. Good defense, and an errant pass from Johnson as Rankin checks in. Bethel quickly back off the bench, she's back in. As well as Karma Bryant will check back in for the Fighting Squirrels. So Bullock, Bryant, Bethel, Urick, and Williams on the floor for Mary Baldwin, and it's Petty-Wilkins, Roan, Noble, Rankin, and Johnson for the Tornadoes. 22-18, 6:46, a moving clock here in the second quarter. Now Rankin near side wing. Inside for Johnson, flips it out, Roan in the corner. She'll try a triple, and she swishes it in. Nothing but net for Christina Roan. Her second three, she has 6. And the lead is now 7 for the Tornadoes. But look at the BC logo at midcourt. Calls out a play. Feeds it off to Urick, who had to tiptoe the sideline to keep it in bounds. Gets it to Bryant. Now Bryant off to Bethel. She'll try another three. Off the far side iron, and Noble down with the rebound. Here comes Kennedy down the far side of the court. Feeds it off Roan. Roan behind the back on the wing to the top for Petty-Wilkins with 20 on the timer. Jada faked the handoff, drove inside, throws it up with the right hand, and scores plus the harm. Really crafty fake dribble handoff, draws the contact inside, gets to 2 to go, plus the foul, and will head to the free throw line for one more. 27-18 as timeout called for Mary Baldwin. When we come back, it'll be the and one free throw for Jada Petty-Wilkins as the Tornadoes grow the lead to 9, 27-18 with 5:57 to go here in the second quarter when we come back.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Back here at the Bosch, it'll be an one free throw for Jada Petty-Wilkins. With 5:57 to go here in the second quarter. Really nice move for Jada right before the timeout to get to the cup, draw the harm, and convert as her and one free throw rolls off, no good, and Urich comes down with the rebound. Gives off to Johnson in the backcourt, and we'll bring it across from Mary Baldwin right to left. Top of the key, it's Bethel. Working on Noble, flips it inside for Williams. Roan came with the help, knocked it out of bounds. It will stay with Mary Baldwin with 13 to shoot, but good defense coming over with the help for Christina Roan, who's impacted the game in multiple ways. And her time on the floor started today, her third start of the 2025-2026 season as it's fed inside for Johnson. Back to the top for Bethel with 9 on the timer. Bethel finds Bullock, takes a dribble inside the arc, now chucks up a mid-range jumper, back rim, no good. And Petty-Wilkins skies for the rebound. Jada crosses over top of the key, feeds into the corner. Rankin, she's going to try a quick trigger three. It's an air ball. Johnson had it for a moment. Williams rips it away and finds Urich. Good look for Rankin. She knew it was off the mark as soon as it left her hand, tried to follow it up. But Mary Baldwin gets possession back, down 9, approaching 5 to play here in the second. Bethel bounces it inside for Williams. One dribble on Johnson. Now the free throw line for Johnson. She throws it up off the glass with the right hand and scores. Nice move by Divine Johnson to get inside the paint. She has 7, 3 of 8 from the field. As Roan brings it across, 27-20, Brevard in front. As Roan bounces it off to Petty-Wilkins, now inside Rankin, great cut, left-hand layup, no good, gets her own miss, puts it back up and in. Had plenty of time on a back cut where she was wide open that she was able to get the second chance and put it back up and in. And Brevard's lead back to 9. Bullock crosses over on Petty-Wilkins, feeds it off to Johnson with 17 to shoot. Inside Williams, one bounce on Johnson. Good defense there by Caden to deny Shyla Williams in the paint. Now Urich with 5. She feeds Bethel, tries a 3, back of the iron, no good. And Roan slaps a rebound to Johnson. Here comes Rankin up the floor for the Tornadoes. Cross-court pass to Petty-Wilkins. Jada drives on Bethel, bounce pass down low. Johnson drives reverse layup, no good. And the rebound down with Shyla Williams. Good action there by Johnson on the backdoor cut. Just couldn't get the layup to fall. Under 4 to play, 3:40 in the moving clock as Bullock comes around to screen from Williams. Right-hand layup off the side of the backboard, but a foul. And it will send Bullock to the line for her first free throw. She's got 2 points, 1 of 5 shooting as Neubauer checks back in. And will send Urich to the bench. 2 free throws coming up from Malia Bullock. Averaging just over 6 points on the season. Her first free throw rolls in. She's got 3. 7 for Johnson, 6 for Bethel, and 5 for Neubauer off the bench. For Mary Baldwin, Brevard led by Annalie Morris and Olivia Miller, who have 8 points apiece. 6 for Christina Roan as Bullock goes 2 of 2 from the stripe. And here comes Morris back in. She'll get Rankin. 29-22, 3:37 to go here in the second quarter. As expected, a little bit of a slow start here on a Monday. The Tornadoes starting to pick things up offensively as Morris comes around to Johnson, screen to the free throw line. Now inside, kick to the corner, Noble. One more Roan, her 3, back of the iron, no. But Noble inside, grabs a rebound. Free throw line, Morris, a little push shot off the back of the rim, no good. Fighting again is Noble, but it will find Neubauer, who passes it back to Bullock, and she'll bring it across for the Fighting Squirrels. Now Johnson near side wing, puts up a 3. Back iron, no good. Long rebound, Johnson saves it back in play, and Morris tips it to Petty-Wilkins. Jada with a lot of space up the floor on the near side wing. Crosses over, spins in the lane, puts it up with the right hand, contact but no call. It will stay with the Tornadoes as Miller comes back in. Johnson the bench. So Johnson heads out. It's Miller, Morris, Noble, Petty-Wilkins, and Roan. In the far side corner, Annalie Morris looks inside, finds Miller, turns and shoots quickly and scores. Annalie Morris and Olivia Miller have been finding each other here in the first half. Second assist for Morris, and the 10th point for Olivia Miller. Johnson on the far side wing. Drives on Christina Roan. Turned away in the lane. Now puts it back out to Neubauer. Tries a deep three. It's an air ball, and it will go back to the Tornadoes. Not a bad look there from Neubauer, but a good closeout to force the shot off to the right. And Petty Wilkins feeds it into Roan, who will bring it across left to right for the Tornadoes. Christina drives inside with the right hand. Up, no good, but a foul called on Neubauer. And Roan will head back to the free throw line. Quick move by Christina to get that step and get to the rim. And she'll head to the free throw line for two. Good outing so far for Christina. She's knocked down a pair of threes. And her first free throw, no good. Tornadoes struggling a bit from the line so far this afternoon. Just 1 of 4 from the charity stripe. As Roan knocks down the second. And it's 32-22. 10-point lead. We'll have a timeout on the floor. 2:12 to go here in the second quarter. And Brevard has its first double-digit lead. We'll be right back on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Mary Baldwin basketball out of the timeout as we approach 2 to play here in the second quarter. And it's 32-22 Tornadoes. Skip pass here for Bethel. She'll try top of the key three, and it's an air ball. It'll go back to Brevard. Bethel got a good look there at the top of the key, just couldn't hit it. And Brevard gets possession back with 1:52 to play in the second. Morris brings it across for the Tornadoes. She's had a good first half with 8 points, a couple rebounds and 2 assists. As she gives to Jada. Jada steps back, a long jumper, no good. And Neubauer pushed out of bounds by Roan. Will be a foul on Christina. And the Fighting Squirrels will have possession here with 1:38 to play in the first half. Bullock brings it up for Mary Baldwin. 10-point lead for the Tornadoes here in the first half. As she hands off to Bethel. Bethel working on Morris, crosses over top of the key, now tries to drive inside. She's doubled. She throws it up, though, and scores for 2. Great move by Lainey Bethel. She saw the double coming, got it up before the double could get there as Morris drives inside, gives to Noble a lot of contact and a foul here from the near side official, who saw the contact, and Kennedy Noble will head to the free throw line. Looking for her first points. She's had 9 minutes off the bench here in the first half. Has yet to score, but had a nice block inside the lane. A couple of rebounds as well. As Kennedy heads to the stripe. A little conversation here at the scorer's table.
Mary Baldwin fouls number 1, Malia Bullock. That's her first.
First going on Bullock. So now they're going to adjust the foul and give it to number 4. So second called on Neubauer. Third team foul that happened. A pretty clean first half of play in terms of fouls. Noble heads to the line this time. Spins the ball and misses the first free throw. So the Tornadoes 2 for 5 from the line here in the first half. Looking to make it 3 of 6 with Kennedy Noble at the free throw line. 1:12 to go here in the first half. And an 8-point lead for the Tornadoes. Game Brevard dominated earlier in the season. Won that one by 50 on the road as she puts up the second, and it touches every part of the iron and falls in for Kennedy Noble. And the lead's back to 9. Taylor Urick checks back in. Neubauer heads to the bench for Mary Baldwin. It was an 87-37 win for Brevard the first time out, but Mary Baldwin having a much better half offensively here in the trip to the Bosch. Tough pressure here on Bethel, but she's able to keep possession with 17 on the timer. Crosses over top of the key. Roan, relentless pressure, and she finds Johnson here with 8 to shoot. Johnson drives inside on Noble, and an offensive foul called on Mary Baldwin, as the official here on the near side makes the call. Second called on Bethel. That's big on a player that certainly paves the way for this Mary Baldwin team. 8 first half points for her, but she picks up her second foul. And Morris will bring it across for Brevard. And a travel called on Morris as she picked up the basketball and took a step or two. And an unforced turnover there that will give the ball back to the Fighting Squirrels. 40 seconds to go on the dot here in the second quarter. And Mary Baldwin with a 10-second shot clock, game clock differential will bring it across with Bullock. She feeds Urick on the far side wing. Urick to Williams at the free throw line. Now a handoff to Bullock, top of the key. Johnson outside, working on Morris, drives inside, tries to lean her from the rim, no good. Got her own miss, puts it back up, and it rolls in. Good effort by Johnson there to get her own miss and score, and now the Tornadoes will bring it across. Looking for the last shot of the first half. Morris stumbles but keeps it. Gives to the free throw line for Miller. Miller drives on Williams, goes up with the right hand and scores. 35-26 as the timer expires here in the first half. And we head to halftime. Brevard overpowers Mary Baldwin the second quarter to draw out the lead. It's a 9-point game as we head to a 15-minute halftime break. When we come back, we'll have the second half of basketball here on a Monday afternoon in Brevard, North Carolina, when we return on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her!
You're not just tailgating. You're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Back here at Boschmer Gymnasium, we get ready to start the second half. It's 35-26 Brevard. As we talk about some of the stats, Brevard shooting 14 of 38, Mary Baldwin 9 of 31. Both sides have hit 4 threes apiece, but neither side has been all that efficient from behind the arc. Brevard just 4 of 17, Mary Baldwin 4 of 16. And the free throws have been limited for both sides as well, just 7 for Brevard, 6 for Mary Baldwin. As we look at this third quarter, this has been a quarter overall that Brevard has just dominated throughout the season. It really stands out when you look at the stats. Brevard outscoring Mary Baldwin, or outscoring teams in the third quarter, 427 to 246. By far the most successful quarter for the Tornadoes this season is the third quarter. As Brevard looks to extend this lead, Mary Baldwin looks to get back into it a little bit as we enter the third frame. It'll be Brevard basketball moving right to left with Christina Roan taking it across for the Tornadoes as she bounces it to Jada Petty-Wilkins near side. Jada drives inside, kick back out. Johnson's going to try a three, and she hits it. Kaden Johnson from long range. She doesn't take many, but she knocks it down from outside the arc. She was just 2 of 15 from three coming in this game. She knocks down her third of the season, and Brevard's lead is 12. Petty-Wilkins tips it in the backcourt where Bethel collects and feeds near side for Urich. Starters on the floor for both sides here to start the third quarter. As Johnson spins in the lane, kicks back out. Bethel with 5. She tries a three. I believe it was tipped. And it will stay with Mary Baldwin. 2 seconds on the shot clock for the Fighting Squirrels as they reset the clock to 2. Shot clock trying to get it right here. 2 seconds will be on the timer. And Bullock will inbound once the shot clock is situated. They have it to 20 now, trying to get it down to 2. Brevard leads by 12, 38-26 after Kaden Johnson knocks down a three. It's her first points of the game. 1 of 3 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, but she has 6 rebounds to her name. As Bullock flips it inside to Williams, gets some space. She's blocked by Johnson. Goes out of bounds. I believe there will be 1 on the shot clock, so they'll reset it to 1. And Mary Baldwin will inbound once again. Shot clock operators working hard down there. A bit of a unorthodox sequence here, but they get it set to 1. Mary Baldwin will have to get off a quick shot here. 9:12 to go here in the third quarter. Bullock inbounds. She finds Urich in the paint. She is blocked by Morris, and Morris sprinting up the floor right to left in the lane, right hand layup off the glass, and it rolls in. Annalie Morris coast to coast. And it's 40-26. Morris up to 10 points on the afternoon as Johnson has on the near side wing. Feeds to the top for Urich. Urich had it deflected away by Petty-Wilkins. Petty-Wilkins in the open floor, right hand layup off the glass and in. 7 straight for the Tornadoes at the halftime break. And as I mentioned, the Tornadoes dominate the third quarter, starting off well here in the third frame. Bethel steps back, tries the three to break up the run, can't get it to go, and Miller comes down with the rebound. Miller in the lane, looking for an option. Down low, Johnson. Johnson, a couple of dribbles, is fouled going up, and it will be 2 free throws for Kaden, who hit the three to open up this third quarter. Will head back to the free throw line for her first free throws of the day. 42-26, 8:20 to go here in the third. As Johnson takes a couple bounces, puts up the first and swishes it in to grow the lead to 17. 1 more upcoming for Kaden. As she puts up the second, knocks it down. 2 for 2 is Kaden Johnson from the free throw line. And it's 44-26. Bethel crosses over on Morris. Now drives to the baseline, turned away, feeds out Johnson. With 15 to shoot, Johnson drives inside, throws it off the near side iron, no good. Morris down with the rebound, up the floor for Roan. Roan looks inside, Miller, right hand leaner off the glass and in. All Tornadoes here so far in the third quarter. An 11-0 run to start the third, and it's a 20-point lead. Bethel across the timeline. Timeout, Mary Baldwin, as the Tornadoes surge out of the gates here in the third. 11 straight points at the halftime break. We'll take a quick break with 7:41 to go. 20-point lead for the Tornadoes when we come back on the other side. Mary Baldwin will inbound after the timeout. It's been all Brevard here in the third, as it has been most of the year in the third quarter. A 20-point lead for the Tornadoes as Johnson feeds Bullock. A pull-up jumper goes off the back iron, and Johnson comes out with the rebound. Christina Roan across the timeline. Feeds off Petty Wilkins. Quick trigger three for Jada is an air ball. But Miller races after the rebound, slapped it back in bounds, but it finds Bullock, who will speed across the timeline for Mary Baldwin. 7:16, a moving clock as Roan fronts the post, slaps away the entry pass to Williams. Now up the floor, Petty Wilkins goes up with the right hand and scores. It was almost a lob from Christina Roan, and Petty Wilkins scores to make it 13 straight after halftime for the Tornadoes, and the lead has grown to 22. Urich inside the arc gives out Johnson. Her three rattles off. And the run continues as Morris comes down with the rebound. Annalee at the top of the key, crosses over in the lane, tries to flirt her with the right hand. She'll score. As Annalee Morris slices through the defense like butter, and it's 50-26 Tornadoes on a 15-0 run to really blow this one open. Far side wing Williams going to try a quick three, and she hits it to break up the run. And the first points of the third quarter here for Mary Baldwin to make it 50-29. Morris at the top of the key, calling out a play for this Brevard offense. Flips it off to Johnson. Back to Miller at the top of the key. Olivia to Morris, now inside Johnson. One dribble, goes up with the left hand, and a foul is called. It will send Caden Johnson back to the free throw line. Or she will shoot two. Looking at that Mary Baldwin game that was played in Stanton, Virginia, Brevard really used that third quarter to its advantage. Outscored Mary Baldwin 34-3 as Caden knocks down the first. We'll get one more. It was only a 6-point game at halftime in Stanton. As Mary Baldwin was up after one quarter. 19-15, Brevard outscored Mary Baldwin by 10 in the second. As Williams going to try another three off the backboard. No. And Miller's down with the rebound. Up the floor, Morris, right-hand layup in the lane, rolls off no good. And down with the rebound are the Fighting Squirrels. It's now tied up. I believe the possession era will go back to the Fighting Squirrels, but good hustle on the glass. Here comes Bryant and Neubauer. For Mary Baldwin, Urich and Williams head to the bench. So Mary Baldwin, no stranger to the third quarter success for the Tornadoes, as Brevard outscored Mary Baldwin 34-3 in the first meeting between these two teams. Inbounds pass comes to Bullock, who will slowly bring it up for Mary Baldwin, who just had its first points after halftime. Brevard outscoring a Fighting Squirrel 17-3. Bounce pass near side, Neubauer to the top for Johnson. With 12 to shoot, Johnson spins on Roan. Flips off to Bullock. Bullock in the lane. Tried it with the right hand. She's blocked, but a foul called. Maybe on the body. The block looked clean. But I think Annalee Morris got her on the body. That's going to be the call, and it will send Bullock to the free throw line. Good eyes by the referee, as the block certainly was clean, but I did see Morris get her going up. So it'll be two free throws for Bullock. She puts up the first, and it's nothing but net. And it's 52-30. One more upcoming for Bullock, who has 5 points on the day. Will make it 6 at the free throw line. Two pretty looking free throws. And it's 52-31. Roan quickly brings it across to the Tornadoes. Crosses over. Looks to the corner for Morris. Morris pump fakes a three. Crosses over in the lane. Feeds back out Christina. Christina an open three. Back rim no good. But Petty Wilkins skies for the rebound. Back out for Roan. Roan spins in the lane. She's hit going up. Neubauer got caught at the legs. Good to see that she seems to be okay. As it took her out of the legs. 5 minutes on the dot to go here in the third quarter. And we hit our under 5 media timeout. It'll be 2 free throws for Christina Roan. When we come back, it's all Tornadoes, 21-point lead, 52-31 when we return on the other side.
Over 125 years, Comporium hasn't had customers. We've had neighbors, friends, and a community we're proud to serve. Because for us, it's personal. We live, work, and raise our families right alongside you. So yes, we deliver lightning-fast speeds and reliable service, but more than that, we deliver commitment. Comporium, making connections that make a difference.
Two free throws at the timeout for Christina Roan and the Tornadoes, who have dominated this third quarter. With Mary Baldwin's the first one for Roan is up and in. And it's 53-31. 5 minutes on the dot to go here in the third quarter on a Monday afternoon here in Brevard, North Carolina. Second one for Roan rolls out no good. And Bethel comes down with the rebound. Lainey Bethel has 8 points today, but she's just 3 of 13 from the field, 2 of 11 from behind the arc. She feeds off to Bryant. Now a backdoor cut Bullock. She'll try the right-hand floater, get it to go. Good action between Bryant and Bullock on the back cut. It's back to a 20-point game. Mary Baldwin approaching the total points it scored in the first matchup of the season, an 87-37 loss, as Morris too high, looking for Miller down low. And it will go back to the Fighting Squirrels with 4:30 to go here in the third. Bullock will bring it across for Mary Baldwin. Handoff near side for Bethel. Now Johnson at the top of the key with 20 on the timer. She tried a one-hand pass inside. It was taken away by Christina Roan, who gets it across for Brevard on the near side wing. It's Annalie Morris. The top Roan. Roan's going to try a quick three. No good. And the rebound down with Neubauer. It's Neubauer, Johnson, Bethel, Bryant, and Bullock on the floor with Morris, Miller, Roan, Johnson, and Petty Wilkins out there for the Tornadoes. Petty Wilkins took a gamble, tried to slap it away. But it finds Bullock, who gets it back, drives in the lane. Wild shot with the left hand, no good. And Petty Wilkins tracks down the long rebound. Jada moving right to left, flips it inside for Johnson. One dribble on Neubauer, lost it. And it goes out of bounds back to Mary Baldwin. 3 subs coming in for the Tornadoes. It's Rankin, Noble, and Hill, who will get Johnson, Roan off the floor, as well as Morris, who heads to the bench. So Roan, Noble, Petty Wilkins, Miller, and Rankin out there for the Tornadoes now, as Johnson finds herself open for a three. It rolls out, and Petty Wilkins with a good block out in the rebound. Jada up the floor, looks inside for Noble. Noble down low, tries it with the left hand and scores. Saw she had a defender on her back, used the left hand to score. And it's 55-33 as we approach 3 to play here in the third quarter. Entered with a 9-point lead here in the third to the Tornadoes, and that lead has only grown. Here in the third frame, now Neubauer in the corner, her three off the side of the backboard, and it will go back to Brevard. As Miller will inbound. Neubauer thought it was tipped. As the referees discuss. And possession is going to stay with the Tornadoes. Neubauer in shock there on the baseline. She thought it was for sure tipped, but not going to get the call as Hill will bring it up for Brevard. 2:53 in a moving clock. Hill with a nice drive. Kick to the near corner for Noble. Her three. Back of the rim. No. Miller skies for the rebound. Puts it up off the glass and one. As she went up quickly, and she'll have one more from the free throw line. 16 for Olivia Miller on 8 of 12 shooting. Great play right there. Her and one free throw. Back of the iron. No good. And down with a rebound is Neubauer. Up the floor for Mary Baldwin. It's Johnson. Actually, Bethel at the top of the key. She feeds off for Johnson. Now Bullock pump fakes a mid-range jumper to the free throw line. Neubauer, her mid-range jumper off the backboard. No good. Here comes Rankin for the Tornadoes. Up the floor for Olivia Miller. Miller back to the basket. One dribble. She goes up and scores. 18 for Olivia Miller to lead all scorers. As her and Morris, the only Tornadoes in double figures, but a couple others approaching that mark as the Tornadoes lead grows to 26. Top of the key, Bryant drives on Petty Wilkins, goes up with the left hand, and she's bumped. We'll get 2 free throws. As looks like Kennedy Gentry will check in for the Tornadoes. Petty Wilkins heads to the bench. As Gentry makes her 11th appearance here in 2025. Also, Reese Brock checks back in as Bryant misses the first free throw. And we'll get ready for one more. If the result stands, the Tornadoes will improve to 17-4, 12-2 in conference play. As the second free throw, no good as well. An 0 for 2 trip to the charity stripe as Hill flips it up the floor for Gentry. Gentry crosses over. Back to the top for Alicia Hill. As Hill loses it, Neubauer takes it away. Now Neubauer loses it, and Hill finds it. So the two exchange turnovers as Neubauer fouls Alicia Hill. And it will go back to the Tornadoes with 1:51 to play in the third. Look like the Tornadoes will enter the bonus. The home crowd not happy with how Neubauer stepped over Alicia Hill. But we'll send her to the free throw line. Big one upcoming for the Tornadoes at Southern Virginia on Saturday. Only 4 games remaining in the regular season following this contest. 2 of the 4 will be at home, with trips to Southern Virginia and Greensboro coming up as Hill heads to the line. First free throw is up and in, and Alicia will get ready for one more. So the Tornadoes playing well heading in the Southern Virginia game. The last time the Tornadoes faced off with the Knights, it was a 4-point loss here at home. The last time we were here on January 24th. As Hill goes 2 for 2. Laney Bethel back in, as well as Urich, as Brock and Neubauer head off the floor. Bullock will bring it across. It's a 28-point lead for Brevard. The Tornadoes outscoring Mary Baldwin by 19 points in this frame in a dominant third quarter play. Bullock steps back, feeds Urich at the top. Her 3 is off the mark, and we'll go back to Brevard with 1:35 to go here in the third. To preview that Southern Virginia matchup, what a game it was here in Brevard last week of January. Brevard just fought but couldn't get it done as the entry pass goes in here to Miller, and a turnover as Johnson takes it back for Mary Baldwin. One-hand pass near side for Bullock. She steps back. Rankin able to recover to deny the 3 as Johnson tries to create off Rankin inside for Urich. She's denied by Miller, and it finds Noble, who gets it to Olivia. Here comes Miller down the floor. Crosses over top of the key on Bryant. In the corner for Hill. Drives baseline. Now back out Olivia Miller. Miller drives. Kick out Rankin. Wide open for a 3, and she hits it. Malika Rankin from long range. She's got 5, and the lead grows to 31. Bethel, top of the key off to Johnson. Johnson drives on Alicia Hill, stops in the lane, tries a mid-range jumper, and it rolls in. Crafty move by Divine Johnson. As it goes up the floor for Rankin, she pump fakes a 3, back out Alicia Hill. Her 3 is well off the mark. And we'll go back to Mary Baldwin, about a 3.5 second. Actually, the shot clock now turned off. So Mary Baldwin might get the last shot here this period, trailing by 29. As Bethel will slowly bring it across for the Fighting Squirrels. Rankin there defensively. 13 to shoot. Clock runs here in the third. 10 on the timer. Bethel crosses over. Working on Rankin. Drives towards the free throw line. Spins in the lane. Throws it up with the right hand. No good. The rebound finds Bethel. She throws it up and she's fouled. And she'll get 2 free throws. I believe the timer will have expired, but it will be 2 free throws for Lainey Bethel to end this third quarter. Good activity getting her own miss and drawing the contact. She'll head to the free throw line. 2 seconds officially on the clock, so 2 free throws coming up for Bethel. Actually, 0.2. So this will effectively end the third quarter. These 2 free throws from Lainey Bethel, who has struggled from the field. She's 3 of 14. She knocks down the first free throw, her first of the day. And it's 64-36, one more upcoming. For the freshman Lainey Bethel, what a year it's been for her. As she knocks down the second. I'm assuming Brevard's going to toss it in. They will. And that's how the third quarter comes to a close. Brevard's lead is 27. Outscores Mary Baldwin by 18 in the frame. 29-11 started the frame on a 15-0 run and kept the pressure on throughout that third quarter. We head to the fourth. All Tornadoes as Brevard looks to close it out here on a Monday afternoon in Brevard, North Carolina. We'll talk to you when we come back on the other side.
Earthling Coffee, we're not just brewing drinks, we're crafting experiences that are truly out of this world. From our amazing lattes, made with our exclusive Event Horizon espresso, roasted right here in the Pisgah Forest, to our custom energy drinks, powered by plants and coffee beans, without the crazy chemicals the big guys use. Earthling Coffee isn't just another stop, it's your launchpad for adventure, community, and flavour beyond the stars. Earthling Coffee. So what can we get crafting for you today?
Start of the fourth quarter here in the Bosch as Alicia Hill has at the top of the key. Hands off for Gentry to the free throw line. Had it knocked away but gets it back. Feeds off Rankin. Rankin drives inside. Lost it for a moment. Gets it back to Gentry with 15. Gentry drives inside. Tries a right-hand floater. It's nothing but net. Kennedy Gentry, nice move to get in the lane and open the scoring here in the fourth. 66-37 with Hill, Rankin, Miller, Gentry, and Noble on the floor for the Tornadoes. Entry pass deflected away out of the hands of Williams, and she loses it out of bounds. It will go back to Brevard. On the floor for Mary Baldwin, it's Brock, Johnson, Bethel, with Urick and Williams out there as well. Here to start the fourth. Top of the key, Noble, hand off to Gentry. Gentry to the free throw line, tries to pull up jumper, and she's got it again. 4 straight points to open the fourth for Kennedy Gentry. And the lead's back out to 31. Talks about that third quarter and the success of the Tornadoes, continuing that today with an 18-point advantage there in the third. Hand off here near side to Urick. Tries to drive baseline, turned away by Hill. Entry pass taken away on the deflection by Miller. Hill up the floor for Noble. One dribble, the layup is off the glass and good. 70-37, a 6-0 run to open the fourth. And we're just over a minute into this fourth and final quarter. Johnson gets the screen at the top. Drives on Gentry inside, tries a right-hand layup. It's good, and one. Drew the contact on Kennedy Gentry. And Divine Johnson will head to the free throw line, and she's up to 13 points to lead Mary Baldwin. And will head to the line for her first free throw of the day. Johnson puts up the and one free throw. It rolls in. And it's 70-40 as Hill will bring it across for the Tornadoes. With 8:24 and a moving clock here in the fourth quarter. Miller handoff to Rankin. Pump fakes the three. She's turned away. Yeah, but drives inside and draws the contact on Brock. And it'll be 2 free throws for Malika Rankin at the charity stripe.
Mary Baldwin fouls number 5, Reese Brock. That's her third, team first. Going up here, Tornadoes with her team, Malika Rankin.
So Rankin to the line. She puts up the first. Back of the iron, no good. Just get one more. 5 points for Malika Rankin today. She's 0 of 1 from the line after that first attempt, but she'll get one more free throw, and she puts it up and puts it in. She throw the lead back to 31. Urick inbounds here to Bethel. Soft pressure applied by the Tornadoes with this 31-point lead. Not a threatening pressure, though, just applying a little bit to this Mary Baldwin team. In the corner, it's Williams. She gives off to Johnson. Johnson tries a 3, air ball, and Gentry tracks down the long rebound. Kennedy Gentry up the floor. Drives towards the free throw line. Kick out Hill. One more Miller. Pump fakes the 3. Drives inside. Lost it. And taken away by Bethel. Bethel up the floor. She's fouled in the front court by Alicia Hill. Handful of turnovers today here for the Tornadoes. Probably a thing that Coach Hudd wants to clean up heading in that big matchup with Southern Virginia. 11 Tornado turnovers today. A lot of them came early there in the sloppy first quarter. Been cleaned up for the most part. The one right there that leads to a foul. As Bethel finds herself alone, top of the key. Her 3 rolls in, and a long-range triple for Lainey Bethel. She has 13 now. Up the floor for Kennedy Gentry. Near side wing, she crosses over on Williams. A skip pass to Malika Rankin. She'll try to answer. Back rim, no. Miller skies for the rebound, puts it up with the right hand, no good as well. And it finds Urick. Or Brock, excuse me, and she bounces it off to Bethel. We'll take it across left to right for Mary Baldwin with 7:10 in the moving clock here in the fourth quarter. Near side wing, Johnson drives, throws it up with the right hand. She's fouled and will have the free throw line as Kennedy Noble is whistled. 2 free throws coming for Divine Johnson. Here comes Alicia Watkins. She'll check in for Kennedy Gentry. For the 2 free throws here from Divine Johnson, who has 14 points on the day, looking for 15 and 16 at the charity stripe. Her first one is up, and it's good. Johnson and Bethel have led the charge this year for Mary Baldwin. That trend continues today. They're the only 2 fighting squirrels in double figures. Bullock has 8 right behind them as she puts up the second free throw, and it rolls off. Rebound tipped around, collected by Watkins. Alicia Watkins brings it across, feeds off to Olivia Miller. Johnson at the scorer's table. She'll check in on the next whistle. Hill in the lane, throws it up off the glass, no good, and Urick's down with the rebound. Finds Johnson up the floor. Johnson working on Rankin. She's turned away on a drive. Pulls it back out inside for Williams. Williams 1 dribble, bounce pass down low. The right-hand layup off the glass by Brock, no good. And Hill with a long rebound. Alicia Hill up the floor, picks up her dribble, looking for an option. She put it down again. It's a double dribble. And we'll go back to Mary Baldwin. Bullock checks back in for the Fighting Squirrels. Johnson will take Miller off the floor with 6:30 to go here in the fourth. So it's Rankin, Noble, Watkins, Hill, and Johnson for the Tornadoes. Bullock, Urick, Brock, Bethel, and Williams for Mary Baldwin. As Johnson heads to the bench in favor of Bullock. Bethel is going to try another long 3. Back iron, no. And Noble skies for the rebound. Kennedy Noble bringing it across for the Tornadoes. Flips it off to Rankin in the corner. Watkins. Watkins to the top for Hill with 20 on the timer. Johnson driving on Williams. A skip to the corner. Rankin open for 3. Rolls off, no. Noble trying to get position for the rebound, but it's dribbled off to Bullock, who will bring it across for the Fighting Squirrels, trailing by 27 here almost midway through the fourth quarter. Bounce pass to the top is out of bounds, as it looked like Brock was trying to drive. Williams was trying to feed it to the top. A little miscommunication as Amy Zeichel checks in for the first time. Neubauer back in. We'll take Urick off the floor as Williams and Urick head to the bench. Marley Carnathan will check in for Noble. So Noble heads to the bench, Carnathan in with Hill, Watkins, Johnson, and Rankin. Bullock, Neubauer, Zeichel, Brock on the floor, along with Laney Bethel. Top of the key for Watkins with 20 to shoot. Alicia pulls up for a mid-range jumper off the backboard. No. The rebound finds Brock, who feeds off to Bullock. Bullock will bring it across quickly for Mary Baldwin. Top of the key, picks up her dribble, looks inside for Brock, tries a right-hand leaner. It's blocked by Kaden Johnson, and Rankin comes down with the rebound. Another block for Johnson. She's been active defensively today. Far side wing, Hill to the top, Carnathan. Carnathan off to Hill. Hill crosses over, bounces it off, dribbles over to Kaden Johnson. Now Rankin on the near side wing with 15 to shoot. Rankin in the lane, draws contact, puts it up and in. Neubauer with the foul, the block in the lane, and Rankin overpowers her to the cup. Rolls it in for two, and it's 73 to 44. Fourth on Neubauer. As Amel Passay checks in, sending Bethel to the bench. And Rankin will shoot the N1 free throw. It's up and it's good for Rankin as she converts on an aggressive drive to the cup. Rankin's up to 8 points. As Bullock will bring it across for Mary Baldwin. 74-44, 5 minutes and change to play here in the fourth and final quarter. As Bullock crosses over to the free throw line, Zeichel tries a mid-range jumper off the backboard, no good. Follows her own miss and a jump ball. Possession will stay with Mary Baldwin. Clock resets at 20 as we hit our final media timeout. 4:55 to go in the fourth. It's all Tornadoes as we head towards the end of a Monday matinee here in Boshamer Gymnasium. Tornadoes lead by 30 when we come back on the other side.
Bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her! You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Order your tailgate box in the Bojangles app today.
Mary Baldwin basketball underneath the basket after the tie-up. With 4:55 to go here in the fourth quarter, it's all Brevard. As Bullock will inbound, bounce pass to the corner. Neubauer thought about a three, hands it off to Bullock. Now back to Neubauer. Rankin defending tightly with 13 to shoot. Passay looking for the entry pass. Her layup is off the glass and good. And it's 74-46. Good entry pass from Neubauer to find Passay near the cup. Now Watkins a three, and she hits it on the far side wing. Alicia Watkins, no hesitation. And it's 77-46. Skylar Pettibone and Kennedy Gentry at the table. Bullock tries a wild right-hand leaner, no good. Passay with a second chance, blocked by Johnson, but a foul. And it will send Amel Passay to the line. She's been active in just a couple minutes off the bench. Standing 6'1", by far the tallest player on the floor as Pettibone checks in to try and combat that. As Johnson heads to the bench, Gentry back in for Hill. And Brock heads to the bench. As Bryant checks back in. So two for Passay at the line. She puts up the first. Back of the rim, no good. She'll get one more from the line. Only the 9th free throw of the season for Amel Passay. 3 of 9. She puts up the second. Back of the rim, and it falls in. As Kayla Jean will check in, sending Malika Rankin to the bench. So a bit of a bigger lineup on the floor here for the Tornadoes with Pettibone, Jean, Watkins, Gentry, and Carnathan in the contest. Top of the key now with Marley Carnathan. She drives, kicks to the corner for Gentry. She'll try a three. Back of the iron, no. She had 4 quick points in her last appearance on the floor earlier in the quarter, but that shot doesn't drop. As Bullock brings it across, 4 minutes to go here as the entry pass slapped away. Carnathan rips it away for the Tornadoes. Marley up the floor, looked inside, didn't have anything. Pettibone has it. Back out Watkins, another three. No good. And the rebound down with Bryant. Bryant bounces it off to Bullock. At the top of the key, gets the screen from Passe. Now Bryant. Bryant working on Jean, crosses over, has it deflected away a couple times. It's on the floor, finds Bullock at the top of the key with 13 to shoot. Now Bryant, far side wing. Looks for an option on the entry, tried to get it into Passe. Pettibone tipped it away, and it rolls to Jean, who feeds to Carnathan, who will slowly bring it across. As Brevard leads by 30 with 3:12 on the moving clock. Marley drives, tries a right-hand shot, no good. Pettibone there with the second chance. Out to Gentry. Drives in the lane, tries a right-hand floater, gets it to go. 6 points off the bench for Kennedy Gentry. She's 3 of 4 from the field, and it's a 32-point ball game. Neubauer, a quick trigger three. Front of the rim, no. Zirkle with a second chance rebound, puts it up, no good. And it finds Pettibone. Not a bad look there for Amy Zeichel. Can't get it to go as Carnathan at the top of the key gives off to Gentry. In the corner, Kayla Jean. All Tornadoes here late as Jean tries to drive on Bryant. Throws it up with the right hand, rolls off, no. Pettibone second chance to the corner. Gentry, a three, rolls in. Kennedy Gentry, a great appearance off the bench here in the fourth quarter. She's got 9, her first made 3 in this ball game. And it's 82-47. Gentry's second 3 of the season for the Tornadoes as the entry pass slapped away by Pettibone, who was fronting the post. And Carnathan brings it across for the Tornadoes. Marley drives inside, went up with the right hand. She's fouled and will head to the free throw line with 1:57 to go in the fourth. Brevard on cruise control heading to the finish here on an unorthodox Monday afternoon contest between two USA South teams. Brevard looking to sweep the season series. Carnathan looking for her first points. Puts up the first free throw, knocks it down, and Marley's on the score sheet. Eleven different Tornadoes have scored in this ball game after Carnathan's first free throw. She calmly puts up the second and knocks it down as Reese Brock will check back in with 1:57 to play. She sends Amel Passe to the bench as Brevard leads 84-47. Looking pretty similar to the last contest between these two teams, despite Mary Baldwin having 10 more points than the first contest. As Bullock has on the far side wing. Cycle inside, kick back out for Brock with 17 to shoot. Now Bullock on the far side wing. Finds Brock, Brock drives on Watkins, back out Neubauer, and a Gentry nabs it away. Kennedy Gentry up the floor with the right hand. She scores, she's into double digits and has 11. It's 86-47 Tornadoes as Bullock brings it across as we approach 1 minute to play. Bryant, far side wing. Top of the key, Neubauer. Inside for Brock, she spins on Pettibone, turned away. Now Neubauer kicks back out, Bryant with 9 on the timer. Free throw line, Zeichel has it ripped away again by Gentry. We'll bring it across the timeline for the Tornadoes. Bounce pass inside, looking for Pettibone, now on the floor. Neubauer scoops it up, and Mary Baldwin able to get it back. Brock crosses over, lost it out of bounds to Bryant, and it will go back to Brevard. Kind of a wacky end of this one, some turnovers down the stretch. As Gentry in her sophomore season has a career-high 11 points for the Tornadoes. She has in the corner, thinks about a three, looks inside for Marley Carnathan, who turns and threw it away to Neubauer. As the shot clock is turned off, Brock will bring it across. Feed to the corner for Bullock. Bullock drives on Jean. Now over to Neubauer. Bullock drives on Jean. She's fouled going up. Be 2 free throws. So yeah, new career high for Kennedy Gentry. Her previous high was last year against Warren Wilson. She had 7 this year. Her season high was 5 against Salem on January the 14th. She has been excellent in her time on the floor. 5 of 6 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. As Bullock's first free throw is good. It's 86-48. She'll have one more. I have to assume Brevard's probably going to dribble out this clock with just 16.6 seconds to play. It's a second free throw, no good. Carnathan down with the rebound. She'll bring it across the timeline and dribble this one out as the Tornadoes win, improve to 17-4 on the season, 12-2 in the USA South, preparing for a heavyweight matchup this Saturday at Southern Virginia to try and get revenge against the Knights. The Tornadoes win 86-48, improving to 17-4, have won 3 in a row, have won 11 in their last 12. As the Tornadoes continue to surge as we head towards the end of the 2025-2026 regular season. What a fun one this was as the Tornadoes get it done here at home on Monday, a rare Monday game, but glad you guys could join us as we'll take this opportunity to sign off. We'll remind you of a couple events coming up. Tornado Talk tonight at 7 o'clock. We'll talk to a couple of baseball players after a 3-0 opening weekend. And then on Wednesday, we have a midweek baseball game with Guilford at 2 o'clock at Gilcone Field. And this weekend, Berea comes to town for a 3-game set. Also, men's lacrosse kicks off its 2026 season against Centenary at 3 p.m. on Saturday. We'll talk to you then. Busy week coming up here live on YouTube. Talk to you then. Ryan Wilkes now signing off here live on YouTube.